Now at 5:30, there could be a possible solution to reduce pedestrian crashes in Cincinnati.
It's easy to install and it doesn't cost much. WCPO 9 News reporter Andrew Rowan is live downtown. He has the details. Andrew.
Craig and Tanya, we're talking about no turn on red signs, which are not new. But what is new is the one in front of City Hall and the push for more of them from pedestrian safety advocates.
Bryce Mortera's primary way of getting around is his bike.
I think people think that people who are advocating for this are against all car drivers. That's definitely not what we're trying to do.
The UC pharmacy student just wants to be safe.
We are starting to see some improvements, but there's definitely a lot more room to grow.
One possible way to grow, putting up more no turn on red signs.
Because it's really allowing not only drivers, but people who are walking or biking or rolling around campus to get out into the intersection before potentially getting hit or not seen by drivers.
At 9th and Plum outside City Hall, new signs helping with just that.
If a driver wants to make a right on red, they first look to the left to check for oncoming traffic. Then they start moving, but by the time they look to the right, that's when they would notice me in the crosswalk.
Data shows that it's going to make people walking, people riding bikes safer at intersections.
Some of the newest data is pretty old, but it shows right on red increases pedestrian crashes by 60% and bicycle crashes by 100%.
People can be overlooked, and especially small children, people using mobility devices like wheelchairs.
Being able to make a right on red didn't exist until the 1970s. It was a fuel-saving measure that came out of the energy crisis, but it never really went away.
And now cities are starting to look at this as they prioritize safety over driver speed.
The city wouldn't tell us if this new posting is a sign of what's to come, but the idea is starting to get national attention.
It seems like it should be a fairly low-cost win for safety.
Data in Cincinnati shows serious injuries to pedestrians or those on wheels, such as a bike, are on the rise.
We need to do more, and we need to move faster to make the streets safer.
Moving faster to get drivers moving slower.
It isn't really a us versus them. It's really how can we get the design just right to meet everyone's needs.
Washington, D.C. added more of these signs, and a recent study found that they had benefits to safety and only minor implications to traffic congestion. In downtown, Andrew Rowan, WCPO 9 News.